Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go.
Yeah, let's get to arguing.
Do marriage make sense financially for men today?
Fuck no.
Or for anybody? Well, no, for me.
Listen, I'm not getting married legally. You're going to have the ceremony, you're going to have the family, but there is no legal documentation.
This is what this little new generation. These little YNs, if your thought is, I don't want to get married because I don't want to lose anything, my question is going to be, are you marrying the right person? If you marry the right person and you've done your due diligence, 9 out of 10 times, you won't have these problems. Clearly, I didn't do my due diligence. There will be an instance like my situation where I married someone who pretended to be something, ended not being who I thought he was, and then now I'm losing everything. So marriage is the number one way to build wealth. When you make that formal commitment, not playhouse, not pretend to be married, if you marry a real woman, she's going to fight for you. She's going to pray for you. She's going to pour into you. She's going to lift you up. She's going to make you feel like you are the man. And when you marry her, you give her that security that you're there. If you don't marry her, in the back of my mind, well, you're not all in. So if you're not all in, why am I all in? If you're not in, why am I pushing these kids? We aren't all in. The prenuptial agreement makes sure that what you have and what she has doesn't combine. Women, make sure there's an infidelity clause in the prenuptial agreement.
Men are saying,
Kels, how do you feel about that, Kels? Can marriage still work without the legal paperwork?
Okay.
Do you feel like if
do
you feel like if a prenup is asked for, or I'm not legally married to you, that you think that I'm not all in on you?
For my personal opinion, if you don't sign that paper, it's not a binding contract. It's not anything. That's just my personal opinion on the matter.
So are you looking for a contract, or are you looking for marriage?
For me, it's the same. Like you're not married unless you are officially married. Okay. I am of the opinion, and I'm consistent. I am of the opinion, men that have multiple wives, okay? In my opinion, he's only married to that first wife, because whatever goes down, he's only legally married to one. Common law marriage is not married to me. It's not a marriage. You're either married or you're not.
Get her, Tukay, get her. And I'll tag in.
And let me be clear.
Get her, Tukay, and I'll tag in later.
In the society we live in, we are not living 2,000 years ago where there was no legal marriage, where when you slept with a person, that was now your wife, and you were husband and wife. Like, it's people, because people always like to bring up this argument. Well, people were married before they were signing these contracts. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That is not the society that we live in. So, and there's no tag in it. I mean, this is just my opinion. Like, some people live unmarried lives for a very long time. You got what's the guy's name? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. You know, the dude from Kiss, Gene Simmons and his baby mother. You know, some people do that, but common law marriage is not officially married.
So you think that getting paperwork and having a husband on the, like, it's synonymous with each other?
Yes.
Okay, so can I ask you this? What do you love about the paperwork?
It is official. It's a real marriage. You're really married.
So give me some of the qualities of the paperwork that you love, that you are comparing your husband to. Like your husband, like protection, leadership, guidance. How can you dare compare this man to a piece of sheet of fucking paper with some ink on it? How do you think that the two are synonymous?
I can only speak for me. The reason why it was so important for me to get married, it was for religious reasons. Okay, no matter what we did or what anyone does, unless you are legally married, you're not married in the eyes, in my opinion, my religious beliefs, you're not married under the eyes of God. So everything is fornication. You have sex, you're fornicating, you're sinning against God. You know, not to mention again to what, you know, what the woman was saying, building wealth. If anybody's husband drops dead, they know they will be first in line for whatever benefits, whatever financial finances that go along with it. That's me. Somebody goes in the hospital, whatever the case may be, I'm going to be the one to say, I have the authority to say, oh no, we pulling the plug. We not pulling the plug. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I am your legal wife in every sense of the word. That's what it is for me. You know, to each his own.
So the paper that you comparing your husband to, basically you need the rights to kill the nigga.
Yep.
And you need the rights to get everything after you done killed the nigga.
And I don't want to be fornicating. I don't want to sin against the God. Yep.
I didn't know God did paperwork.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You know who else didn't have paperwork? Adam and Eve.
I already talked about this. I already dispelled that
argument. You done done enough talking. You have done enough talking.
Right. We done let you out for 5 minutes.
Didn't no vows get exchanged with them? I guarantee you no rings was exchanged between them. Like this whole shit. And I'm glad you said what you said, because fellas, I need y'all to know that y'all are being compared to a piece of paper. The piece of paper. No. The piece of paper don't have heart or soul, feelings, none of the above. That's what you are compared to as a husband.
Don't listen to Tukay. This man is married.
I tell you what.
This is a married man.
And
I'm telling you this stuff.
Listen,
I ain't married.
Act like just because a nigga got a Benz, he can't tell you about the box Chevy.
This is the thing.
Listen, I can talk about both. I have been on both sides of the fence. That's just like saying Tukay was never married. I ain't always been married.
Right. Yeah, me neither.
Black, you're living your raps. I'm okay with you with this position. You're not living your raps, Tukay.
Tukay got experience in both fields. Black can't.
But you're married. If you don't believe it's a scam because you did it.
Black can't give you the other side of it. I can give you both perspectives. And fellas, what Kelly is saying is true. These women are valuing this piece of paper the same as or more important than the actual husband they have. Listen, if somebody run in that motherfucking house and try to kill you, you pull out them goddamn papers and see what the fuck they gonna get you. You pull it out. Hey, I got my marriage papers. Pull it out.
Ass.
Well, I will say this. If you die, I know I get everything and not your mama. Or not your cousin or whatever.
Damn.
Because hold on, 2K, because it was me that was holding. I'm not going to use myself because I don't want people to think I'm really talking like this. It's not the woman, because it was the woman that was up cooking these meals. It was the woman that was sucking his DICK. It was the woman that bared them kids. So it should be some concessions that go along with that. In marriage is it.
And this what the fuck they talking about. You see this title? Does marriage make sense financially for a man today? No. Because the second I die, the only fucking thing you worry about what the fuck you get. And make it so it don't go to another bitch.
Yeah.
Hell no, it don't matter. No. Because we paying with our life, fellas. We paying with our fucking life, and the only thing they worry about is what the fuck they getting in our afterlife.
Right.
No, it's not worth it. These bitches are trifling.
It should go to the wife because she was there laid up. Your mama wasn't sucking your dick, so why should it go to your mama?
Wow.
And she,
you know how many bitches suck my dick before you?
Wow.
And you didn't marry them.
You didn't even do it the best. Shut up.
Oh, you didn't marry them. You didn't marry them.
You didn't even do it the best.
You didn't marry them. What you did was you made an honest woman out of that woman. You elevated that woman. You said, of all these other broads that S my dick, I'm willing to give you covering. Okay, I didn't
Yes.
give them no covering. I'm willing to give you covering. And if the woman values herself, that's what she will demand.
And the only thing you gave him was your fucking ass to kiss. You ungrateful sons of bitches.
Yeah.
You cannot get married. Black's not married. You can choose to not get married.
So just to hard back on the question, man. Like, does it make sense financially for a man? And this is what we at with society, bro. This is really how dudes are looking at it, bro. Like, it just don't make sense. Like, we gain nothing. A man who has found the wife has found the good thing. Okay, what else? What else come with this? What else?
Nothing.
Men get married because they don't want another man to take the woman.
That's why it worked out for the shadow band man, whatever his name is. He's under they ain't got no paperwork, and it's working out pretty fine with him.
I don't know his life. I don't know what they got going on.
Listen,
he said it on the show.
He said he was not married. That doesn't mean he's not going to marry that girl.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, bro. To be honest, like most men marry women out of just making y'all an honest woman, not fucking fear.
I think it's fear. If they really don't want to get, they know they have to get married, because if they don't, that woman will marry somebody else. So they have to lock her down.
Listen, I guarantee you, a nigga marrying another bag of these fucking problems and some pussy I've been getting for umpteen years anyway, is not gonna be what the fuck I'm scared of. I'm more scared of how this shit gonna turn out. The reason why men marry is because we do respect y'all, we do love y'all, we do want to make y'all honest women. But the part that's to be scared, I might lose every fucking thing. Just because you want to put you first today. Just because I woke up mad today. So no, fellas, it is not worth it. You are paying with your life, you're paying with your finances, and these women have to put nothing on that table. This is the best bet a woman can do. Get married.
Yeah.
It's an extremely profitable business for y'all.
And not only that, it ups her worth, okay? It ups her worth, because at least this, like you said, made an honest woman out of her.
Another benefit for her.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All right, well, let me ask y'all this right here, married people. If you knew, like, let's say hypothetically, like imaginary land, let's say Donald Trump makes all marriage documentation non-existent today. Are y'all gonna stay with y'all significant other?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, so why does the paperwork matter?
It don't matter,
I already explained it. I already explained why.
It only matters because they want to take your ass for everything, whether you here or you alive. That's the only reason it matters, bro. I was down to, listen, when you get married, there's no change. I'm not taking my love to an astronomical level for you. We not going to another level. The way I've been loving you is the way I'm gonna love you. These are just the facts. I was been willing to die for you. But you telling me that I got to make it, I got to do something to prove myself more.
You're living in sin, though.
Dang, bro.
Fuck sin. The nigga died for us. What are you? I'm helping him out.
I mean, some people believe in Jesus, though. So some people believe.
I get it. Listen,
I believe in Jesus, but still.
Listen. You can believe in Jesus. That's fine. I don't mind. But if he died for my sins, let me make sure his death went in vain. Let me keep sinning.
Yeah.
You can do that and you go to hell. Some people don't want to go to hell.
You know what's hell like for a man? It sounds like divorce. When a motherfucker taking you for all of your shit. That's hell. You
cannot get married. You cannot get married.
Well, hell if you do, hell if you don't.
I mean, you got married, so you saw the value.
So how? I'm not married, Kelly. So I'm saying the same thing with Tukay. What's the difference? Like,
you know the difference. You don't even mean that. You don't.
It's not beneficial to me at all.
And
It's
you
not.
don't
It's
even
not.
and you don't even mean that in your heart of hearts. And I'm gonna tell you how I know you don't mean it. You even was asked, 2K asked you on this very show, do you really mean you'll never get married? And you said, well, anything's possible. You
Okay, that don't
said
mean
that.
shit.
You said that. So you were even despite how you feel like it's not beneficial to you, you are still open to marriage.
Bruh.
If
Even
Halle
even though
Berry,
even though
if
it's not,
Halle Berry
even though
walk
you
up,
say
if Halle Berry walk her ass in here and say, let's get married, baby, hell yeah, I'm gonna marry. If Oprah Winfrey walk up fat ass, well, she ain't fat no more. If Oprah Winfrey walk her ass up in here right now, hey, yeah, I'm gonna marry her.
And and we both know that's not who you was thinking about when you said you're open to it. You was talking about if you met a nice young lady, blah, 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 you was open to it.
Where she
Listen,
at?
so
Where she at?
hold
Where
on. So
she at?
You clearly haven't met her, but you even said you
Man,
was open to it.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
tell you what
even
non-existent.
marriage do.
neither one of y'all even
Non-existent.
believe this stuff. And
Kels,
you're
let me tell you what
gaslighting
marriage
these
do,
men.
because this is a great example because we have all seen it. Tisha said, I seen it work 30 plus years without paperwork. And then I've seen 5-year relationships that ended quickly after getting married. The reason why is because now, once you put the paperwork in it, one party has something to gain. It's different. When we was in a relationship and both of us broke up, we both had losses. We was both at a loss. But now, because we in a relationship and it's legally binding, one person get a benefit or incentive for leaving it.
That's not true. And I'm going to tell you how this is not true. We supposed to talk in generalizations here. The clip that we show, the woman said, you're not vetting. You're not picking the right person. You keep talking about these men that have money, which again, we've all already said that most people don't have any money. So there's no point of a prenup, but you're looking at one person has money where the other one's broke. Most people marry within their own bracket. So
Listen,
meaning
women,
most married, hold on, 2K. Most
okay.
married people, they're both broke. So
Okay.
so this concept that somebody's gonna win in the divorce, most people that get divorced, they're both effed up from the divorce,
Kels,
the
you
man
right.
and the
Okay.
women, because they had to pay for the divorce.
Okay, you semi right. But ask yourself this. Most women date off of what? Hypergamy, correct?
They try to and
No.
fail. Most women are
They
not.
do.
Most women are not are successful in hypergamy. 2K, we know this. Most women are not
Kels.
successful in it. That's why most people are broke.
Okay, so listen, do you think the ones that's not successful in hypergamy are getting married? No. The women that are getting married is the ones that are successful in hypergamy.
It's
Okay?
not most people in
Name two
America
broke motherfuckers from the hood that's married.
What?
Name broke people from the poverty-stricken area that's married.
There are married people in the hood. What are you talking about? There are lots of broke people in the hood that are married.
That's not a fair question. That's not a fair question to ask you because you're not from there. But let me tell you,
this is what I'm saying. Do I think most people in the hood more are not married than they are? Yes, because there's a lot of degeneracy in the hood, and there's a multitude of reasons for that. But a lot of people, okay, we see people in trailers. We see people get married. Broke people get married. Working class people get married. Rich people get married, and most of the time they are married within their own tax bracket. That is a statistical fact.
Listen, even if they are in the same tax bracket, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10 in that household, the man make the most and he pay the most. So, with that being said, the hypergamy is working. And if they are divorced, I'm not saying that they're going to get a lump sum of money, but they will get the shit that matters. They will get the shit that counts, from the kids to the child support to the alimony. And I'm not saying that they're going to get $5,000 a month, but they might get $500. They still are being incentivized for leaving a marriage that they never would have left had they didn't get no incentive at all. If every relationship split at an apical 0-0 split, nobody will leave nobody. Nobody. But because, hey, we gonna incentivize you for leaving him, with half of his shit or whatever that could be, from $5 to $5,000, people leave. And this is just the fact of the matter.
You're being disingenuous because that is not the masses. That is not the masses. Once again, most people are broke. We've all established that, or not wealthy. Like, they don't have it like that. So they're not getting anything. Most women do not get alimony in a divorce. Again, this is a statistical fact. Now, what men do have to pay is child support, so forth and so on.
Do you need alimony? Do you need it if it's already factored in with the child support? Because we know one thing for sure, two things for certain. The child support ain't never been for the fucking child. I have never got handed money from a child support, a card, or anything. It's never for the child. These are facts. So, and I don't be falling for that.
Black.
I don't be falling for that bullshit that, 2K women are making more now. You might still be making more, but you paying less. Oh shit! I guarantee you, with the little money he got, he doing the heavy lifting. And I don't think you bitches be making more. I'm just being honest. So y'all can get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit, because I know you lying.
Right.
I've already, again, I deal in facts, statistics, and reality. What you're talking about is outliers. You're talking about the outliers, and you're making it the masses.
Let's quit all the bullshit. Kelly, explain to me I got to ask this question because this is the trump card question. What can I get from marriage that I'm not getting from being in a relationship?
Nothing.
I'll tell you why, or what my reason is why I think a lot of men end up getting married. They don't want that woman to leave. They don't want the one. I'll tell you, you don't want to have to go through dating again. You don't want to have to start from scratch again, because if you invest time in a woman, and she has half a brain or some sense, she's going to expect to get married. And if you're like, I don't want to get married, I want to stay in a relationship forever. If that woman got some sense, she doesn't have any benefit of just being your girlfriend forever. Okay. She doesn't get any benefit. She doesn't get any benefit of just being in a relationship with you forever. She has no covering. She has no type of security. We know women marry often for security reasons, protection, so forth and so on.
I haven't heard a benefit yet.
I told you the benefit. The benefit is him not having to go through the cycle of finding somebody to get with his program. That's the benefit for him. He don't have to go through that shit again.
That's it.
Yep, that's the benefit.
That's the best part.
That's the benefit.
Fucking a bunch of bitches trying to see which one's right for me.
Yeah, that ain't no benefit. Fucking a lot of women is a benefit.
Well, then here's the thing. Then you can just do that forever. You could just do that forever.
Yeah.
That's not a benefit. That's a detriment. That's a loss. You taking away all my bitches.
I'll again, what I have heard, what a lot of men have said. One, I think a lot of men don't want to die alone. I think that's a real thing. I think they're scared of. And number two,
you believe in that man loneliness bullshit.
Oh, men do kill themselves. Men do be lonely. What are you talking about? Men have really high suicidal rates. But black men have the lowest. Black men have the lowest suicide rates.
So by the numbers, this twin. About 30% of married women in the USA earn more than their husbands. So that means 70% of you bitches lying. The numbers jump to up to nearly 45%, which includes cohabitating couples, not married but living together. Amongst black couples, the women is the breadwinner at a roughly 38% of marriages. 38. That means 62% of you bitches is lying. By the numbers, Kelly. Y'all wanted facts? Here they go.
Don't get married.
You
don't have to get married. Like, you don't. First of all, I never said women make more money than men. I never said that. I never believed that.
You said they on the same level.
I said I said most people marry within one proximity and the same tax bracket. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a better example. Okay. Iman Shumpert married Tiana Taylor. Okay. Both are millionaires. One's a way more bigger millionaire than the other, but they're both millionaires. And they was able to get married because they were in proximity together. Most people marry people with that's on their same level. Yes, men make more money than women. Yes, but they're still in the same. Usually, they're in the same tax bracket. Like,
and
yes.
Okay, with them being almost in the same tax bracket, Iman Shumpert still made a little bit more. Who got raped in the divorce?
Actually, we broke that down. It wasn't Iman. You played the video, Black. She got what she had already paid for. How he got raped, if we even want to call it that, was through the friggin' was through the child support, and the child support was less than 10% of what he makes in a year that we estimate if he made $1 million in a year.
Okay.
How's that a benefit?
Oh my God.
Chaos. So, oh my God.
Like, how's that a benefit though? Paying money? I don't care how much it is. It's not a benefit.
I will say this. He lost in the end. Let's I will agree with. He lost in the end, but he also set himself up because he broke the agreement. He broke the contract. He could have not broke the contract and it wouldn't have happened. But what he could have did, if he was so scared about paying this little bit of money in child support, he could have not had kids. If he was so scared about doing this, he could have not got married.
Hey,
let me say this really quick. These men that are so concerned about losing this or losing wealth, they're operating out of fear. If you're that scared and you hold money that much of an idol in your life, then don't get married. Don't get married. It's not like if people don't want to get married, they don't have to get married.
Nah, don't get married. Yeah, but this shit is so fucking funny.
Man, until
it's funny to me because you're married, and this man literally said that he still would get married, even though he's constantly said it doesn't benefit him. He still said he would do it. That's the funny part.
Oh, okay.
Let me hold on, up in here with her old ass. I'm gonna marry her.
Hey, thank you, T.O. Brad needed that, bro.
What the hell? What happened? Oh, he paid that?
Hey, matter of fact, Blake, he said, Twin, I'm dropping your ass too. Oh, shit. I just don't give a fuck right now. I'm dropping everybody. Y'all, Black, I know you ain't do nothing, but just think about it. Hello?